So after a long time trying to get a base underwater, I think it's time we move on. In fact, I've seen a nice little place just a few chunks out. Unfortunately, the old tenants are seeming to be a bit of an issue. I'm not the one to take no for an answer though, so I think I'll be forceful, and there are some permanent evictions that are required. The first stage of getting into this monument was to get a platform to base my assault from. I therefore grabbed some glass, built myself a pillar, avoiding the child guardians who were out playing, and built myself a rudimentary little platform. I am hoping to build an elevator in this after all is said and done, so I think I'll make a little ring around the centre of this new location. I now start to construct my elevator shaft so I can get up and down easily to my new property. However, the old tenants are not taking this lying down and make life very difficult for me, even killing me to have the gall to put down 2 doors for air pockets. Thankfully, after not too long, I have a few more pillars coming up, an air pocket at the bottom, so I decide to place my elevator blocks. A piece of magma to go down and a piece of soul sand to go up. Thankfully, I place my soul sand just in time and it shoots me back to the surface before the fish lasers can have their way with me. With the elevator working in its simplest form, I head back down and break in for the first time. Thankfully, the elderfish hasn't tried any weird voodoo on me to stop me from mining, but I should be safe enough as long as I wait at the surface for long enough before jumping down to do this. Before I head in properly though, I do need some more supplies, namely, a bow. You see, these laserfish have a tendency to fight back if you punch them in the face, so a bow and arrow allows me to keep my distance. So I head down, armed with doors and a bow, and set myself a nice little air pocket up in the queen laserfish's room. I place a door behind one of the pillars to make sure I have some more protection. I then start plinking away, and in not too long, the queen is dead. I am the king of this castle now. The queen also dropped one of the most useful items for clearing the rest of this place, a sponge. Now to go dry this out, and then I'll be back. While I do run and do this, please do consider dropping a like if you've got this far and are enjoying this video. It really does help the algorithm and help smaller creators to grow. Thanks. Upon returning with the unmoistened sponge, I head back in. I decide against using the top room as my starting base though, and instead find a small room just below which I demoistenify with my sponge. Demoistenify? I feel like I've already used the word moist too much in this video, so maybe I should use damp or soggy. To be honest, none of them are great. I'll just stick with wet and dry. Anyway, I start to put together an immediate base, but then I am fatigued. The queen may be dead, but the princes in this tower are very much alive, and drowning these guys in wine won't particularly help me. Just a little Richard III humour there for you. Moving on from this starting base though, I use some doors to separate the areas and try my hardest to scope out this new property. I find the main room quickly and find a few of the other rooms here and there, but I am not quite sure where these 2 laserfish princes are. It does take a while, but I eventually find them. They are skulking around in the dark tunnels around the outside of the monument, but with my trusty bow, my doors, and some glowstone for light, I am able to take them all out. Now, I have an empty ocean monument, ready to fill with all my things, once I get rid of the little laserfish that is. The next Minecraft video on this channel is likely to be a tour of this place once it's all nicely put together, so please do subscribe if you're interested in it, and remember, drop a like if you like this. See you soon.